coworkers that she would socialize with as well.
She was always laughing and smiling and telling jokes, but very quick-witted.
So happy was Tracy with her new life and her new apartment that her friends gave her the nickname Giggles.
She had a really positive aura. You know, you just kind of wanted to be around her. I think she attracted a lot of attention because of that.
Adding to Tracy's positive aura were her sizzling good looks.
She was pretty.
Ooh, good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. Hey, all right. Hey, boo. What's up, Lockhead Boss Lady? How you doing, girl? How are you doing, girl? Danny, my little sister, is in the room. Ebony is in the room. Hey, you guys. How y'all doing? Look, I've been trying to get this live done. I said I was going to go live at 6 o'clock, right? So, look, this is what had happened. I was out of town this weekend. I was at, hold on, let me turn my TV off. I was at alumni weekend for my college. That's where Danny's my little sister from Bennett College. And we have our alumni weekend every year. It's the same weekend as graduation. And because of everything that's been going on at Bennett, y'all know I did make videos about it and stuff. Y'all know what's been going on at Bennett. I went down this year for what is going on? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my TV to act right and it's not doing it. I went down for alumni weekend for the meeting. We have the alumni meeting. So I know what was going on, who was who, what was what kind of money we need, what money we don't need, all that good stuff. But it's not my reunion year. It don't matter, honey, because when we get together, Danny, you know this, when the Bells get together, the Bells get together. And I had a great weekend. I really did, because I started to come home. I said, well, shoot, I came down here for the meeting. I ain't staying. And then I started seeing more and more of my girls, you know, people I went to school with and stuff like that. And I just had a good time. So I got home yesterday. I ain't getting a whole lot of sleep this weekend. I got home yesterday, and of course, you know, I had to stay up and watch Game of Thrones. So, honey, when I tell you I was struggling at work today, I was struggling. You see my hair look a hot, buttered damn mess, okay? And so I came home. I said, I'm going to take me a little nap, little cat nap. And I'm going to get up, and I'm going to go live around 6:15. Well, that's 6:15 turned into 6:30. Then I came downstairs to log on, and my internet wasn't acting right. So I've been troubleshooting, calling the people. They had to resend the signal. I had to wait for it to reboot and all that good shit. Anyway, I was here. So I have a couple of other things up there as far as topics, but I do want to talk about Game of Thrones. I was going to go live last night, but like I said, I was tired as hell. I couldn't do it. If I had gone live last night, I wouldn't have made it to work today. But I got some questions. And I asked Danny to come through. You know, she on the West Coast and she had a migraine earlier. So thank you for coming, girl, boo. I got a couple. Okay. I really don't have a lot of questions. Most of what I had, I got it now. Like when Danny corrected me when I was saying that I felt like Cersei was faking the pregnancy, but she cleared that up and was like, no, she's not faking the pregnancy. She's trying to have sex with the other dude so that nobody thinks, so that they'll think the baby is his and not Jamie's. And you know, she playing chess. You know, they playing checkers. I thought she was faking, and that she was trying to have an heir. Because for real, they really don't want her on the throne because again, it's that whole woman thing. And so I thought that's what that was about. But okay. So I'm back to, I understand that. I'm with you now. I'm with you on the baby thing now. But why didn't Daenerys fire those motherfuckers up? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Now, I was thinking, right. Somebody said that in a group I'm in on Facebook. Somebody, a Game of Thrones group, somebody said that about Cersei gonna be on Maury Povich for the damn who's the daddy. But I don't get it, y'all. I don't understand. Now, what I said, well, maybe the dragon didn't have no fire to give, because remember, she was going in. She was bullseyeing it, and then she pulled up. And I almost feel like he was supposed to throw some fire, and he couldn't do it. And it made me think back on what Sansa said about everybody being tired and just needing some time to rest. Because quiet as is kept. Now, I know a lot of people don't rock with Sansa like that, but quiet as is kept. Sansa's saying some good shit these last couple of episodes, and people need to really listen to her. I said today, Sansa ass gonna end up on the damn throne. That's who it's gonna be, because Arya don't want it. Arya doesn't want it. That's not her. Arya is the Hound in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? That is who she is. Like she told old boy, y'all know I don't know all these people's names. Like she told old boy, I ain't about that life. She was like, boo, you gonna make a great warden. I'm happy for you. But that I ain't about that life. That ain't me. I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna come through every once in a while. I'm gonna break you off a little something. Your wife are just gonna have to understand and be cool with it. But I ain't about that life. And I feel like as much as we love Jon Snow, Jon ain't about that life. Jon is cerebral. You understand what I'm saying? Jon understands. Again, Jon is playing checkers, and Jon understands people. He's like when you think of politicians, he's like a Joe Biden, right? Joe Biden knows people. He knows how to become that people person, but he could never win the big one. He could never get over that hump and become president. But Joe Biden can work a fucking room, and everybody loves him. Uncle Joe, we love Uncle Joe, right? But he could, and that's what Jon is. Jon is the people person. Jon knows how to work people. He knows how to get, you see how he got the wildlings loving him. He got the people on the wall loving him. Everybody loved Jon Snow. But that ain't really his thing to really, for real, be that leader. That just ain't. And like old boy said yesterday, the dude with no penis, he said Jon is too weak. Him and Daenerys can't rule together because he's too weak. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm going to stop talking because I see, seriously, okay, all right. Girl, yes, that Beltway track. Well, luckily for me, I've changed jobs and I don't even touch the Beltway no more. My commute to work, I don't even touch the Beltway. So luckily for me, but for 3 years, I was on that Beltway 2.5. I'm about to exaggerate, not 2.5 hours. In the morning, it took me like an hour and 45 minutes to get to work. In the evening, it took me sometimes it did take me up to 2 hours to get home from work, depending on which way I went and if it was an accident. Because the thing about the Beltway is, if it's an accident, you just stuck. And for me, from where I work to where I live, I know the back way from a certain point. If the Beltway was backed up before I got to that certain point, I was still stuck. I still had to get to that point before I could get off and maneuver the back road. But anyway, let's get back on Game of Thrones. Okay. Hey, Herman TV Junkie, how you doing, girl? Sansa is the new smartest person. And I'm telling y'all, they need to play. And I'm going to tell you, the worst thing Jon did was give Sansa that little piece of information. And who the fuck she went to? She went straight to Tyrion. And Tyrion ain't no dummy either. Tyrion need a woman. I feel like he's losing a little bit of his mojo because he ain't been getting none. Tyrion need to find himself a little bae thing, a little boo-boo. And maybe it's going to be Sansa. Hell, it might be him and Sansa ruling. Maybe Sansa going to be on the Iron Throne and he going to be, I don't know. For lack of a better word, chief of staff. Dany was afraid of losing her dragon, so she pulled up. She couldn't risk him getting a shot off to fry them. Oh, is that what she did? Why Jon leave his wolf? I didn't like that either. I didn't like him leaving Ghost. I did not like that. But let me tell y'all what is going to happen. Ghost ass going to show up in motherfucking King's Landing. I bet y'all. How much y'all want bet? How much y'all want bet that he going to show up in King's Landing? Ghost ain't hanging out with them wildlings. Ghost ass is going to end up watch. Ebony said, let it go. They ain't been together in years, but if you notice, Ghost ass always show up when Jon need him. Wasn't Ghost the one? Didn't Ghost save Jon ass a couple of times? Ghost always show up when he need him. He better leave. Ghost gonna end up Ghost is gonna be in King's Landing. Promise you. I put money on it. Hey, everybody coming through. How y'all doing? Sansa on her Littlefinger shit. I don't think she gonna be like. I see what you're talking about. She did learn from Littlefinger. She picked up some of her mannerisms and the way she moves from Littlefinger. Because if you notice, Sansa moves in silence. You know how she feels about something, but she knows when to stop talking. Like when they were in there and she said, "We need to wait because the troops are tired." And when she got pushed back from Dany, you notice She didn't say shit else. She was just like, all right, then cool. All right, cool. But she wasn't happy. But she know when to let it go. She does move like Littlefinger, but I ain't gonna quite put her on that Littlefinger shit. Not quite yet. She's sneaky though. But I think she's a little more upfront but I do think she's the wrong one to have that information. John could have told Arya, because Arya would have, first of all, Arya wouldn't have said nothing because I don't think she would have gave a fuck enough. For real. Because like she said, you are brother. I really, all that other bastard shit and all that I don't really care about. I don't think it would have mattered to her. But for Sansa, it's ammunition. And anybody else baffled that Samwell? Yeah, I just knew Samwell was going to die. I don't know what. The thing I'm learning about Game of Thrones, which, I mean, I think everybody at this point understands, if somebody is still there, they're still there for a reason. There's a reason why Sam is still there. Why? I don't know. I ain't figured it out yet. But if you even think about Sam's progression through this series, he was the first one to see a White Walker and kill the White Walker. He was the one that was able to, he found the information and corroborated the information with Bronn about who Jon Snow really is. And there's been a couple of other little things here and there that Sam was able to move and maneuver through. Could another character have done all of that? Yeah. But there's a reason why Sam is still there. Why the fuck Sam is still there? I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out in 2 weeks. But there's a reason why Sam survived. But I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I'm like you. I'm gonna tell you something. I thought Sam was gonna die. And I thought Grey Worm, and that his name, the black dude, I thought he was gonna die. I just knew. And so when both the black folks survived, I said, okay. So last night ain't really shocked me because I was like, I just knew. I said both of them ain't making this to the end, especially when they kept talking about living happily ever after and all that. I was like, it's not gonna happen. They not gonna both make it to the end. I just knew that. I ain't know how, what, where, and who, but I knew they wasn't both making it. Now I thought, of course, because Grey Worm was the one in battle, I assumed it was gonna be him. Didn't see that coming last night. Did y'all see that coming? Didn't see it coming. Sansa learned from Cersei and Littlefinger. Now, I'm going to put Sansa on Cersei shit. I will. Yes. Dany is power hungry. Dany definitely is afraid of losing power. She's definitely afraid of losing power. And for real, she really let love sidetrack her because had she not gotten caught up with Jon Snow, she'd have never went and helped them fight. She was zero focused in on getting to King's Landing. Like Winterfell was not on her radar, and that really was only because of Jon. So I'm sure she blames Jon for losing her 2 dragons, and technically it is Jon. Well, no, that second dragon ain't Jon's fault. But the first dragon kind of was Jon's fault, you know. They were on borrowed time. Yeah, like I said, I didn't expect both the black folk to make it to the end. Now, as dramatic as it was, because let me tell y'all what I thought was going. Let me tell y'all what I thought was going to happen, y'all. I thought was going to happen when Tyrion started walking over. I thought Cersei was going to push her off of the landing, and Tyrion was going to kind of break her fall, and she was going to live. That's what I thought was going to happen. But when the mountain came up behind her, honey, it cut her head off. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I thought when Cersei said, if you got something else to say, you better say it, and she was holding that girl's arm, I thought Cersei was going to push her. And I thought Tyrion was going to break her fall. That's not funny. That is not funny. But I thought that's what was going to happen. I didn't see the beheading coming. I did not see that coming. But I also knew she wasn't going to live. When I saw Cersei had her, I said, oh, she dead. When she said break her chains, I said, oh, she dead. I didn't know how she was going to die, but I said she dead. Because I didn't see a scenario where Cersei I didn't see a scenario where she would live. Not with Cersei ass. Now, the only scenario I would have saw is if Cersei was torturing her for information. But I don't even think Cersei give a fuck enough to know, because she believes that there's nothing they can do to beat her. I don't think she give a damn enough to know what she knows. So yeah. Yeah, the Lannisters never do their dirty work. Yeah, but seriously, I could see seriously pushing that bitch. I shouldn't have called that woman a bitch. I could see seriously pushing her. You thought Danny was gonna kill him last week? Nah. I think it's gonna be a showdown. Well, I guess technically last night was a showdown when she was like, just don't tell nobody. And I don't know, like, have you met John? Like, you know who he is. You know how honorable he is. And when he was like, that's my family, I gotta at least tell my family. And she's so afraid of Sansa. See, she's afraid. Danny's afraid of Sansa. That's part of her. That's part of what her issue is with Sansa. She's afraid of her. And I think she kind of has good reason to be. Danny is a colonizer. John is more of a freedom fighter. Okay. Okay with the references, Danny. Okay. All right. She loves him. Who you talking about? Danny loves John. She does love John. She does. But I think she loves power more. I don't think she would have a problem sacrificing John if it mean getting on the Iron Throne. I don't think she have a problem with it at all. I think she shot her shot last night when she was like, when he didn't. First of all, I don't know how many other times he can tell your ass that he's committed to you. I don't know how many different ways he could say, you are my queen. I don't want it. You got it. I don't care how many people love me. I love you, right? But when he wouldn't 100% commit to keeping this a secret, who is calling me? Wouldn't 100% commit to keeping it a secret, I was like, it's a wrap. Danny is nuts and has been for a while. They've been trying to keep her crazy in check. Danny, I think Danny is so laser focused because she doesn't have anything else in her life. All she got is them dragons and vindicating her family name. That's all she has. And so, yeah, has it made her a little off? I think a little bit, but I don't know if I would fall. I don't know if I would put her. I mean, you put her there. That's fine. I don't know if I would put her. Well, Danny agreed with you. I don't know if I put her in crazy, but I definitely feel like she a little off now. But I really think it's because she like John has other things. Like all these other people, her and Cersei, the only thing they have is the Iron Throne. That's all they have. Now that Cersei's lost her kids, that's all she got. And I don't know, y'all. But I just didn't understand why the fuck she ain't burn them damn. I ain't get it. But that makes sense though, Danny, what you said, that she was afraid of losing her dragon and she was afraid of getting too close and letting them weapons. I see where you're coming from with that. Because I was thinking, I said, well, maybe the dragon didn't have no damn fire. I ain't know. I didn't know what the hell the problem was. When your boyfriend tell you, hey, we're related, and all she heard is, I can take the throne from, yeah, you right. You right. You right. Because I'm like, ain't nobody else cared that y'all aunt and nephew, nobody else care about that. Because I ain't heard nobody talk about that part. I ain't heard nobody talk about that part. All I've heard is people talk about the Iron Throne part of that, like how this all, even Tyrion and all them, but I guess Tyrion, I mean, his brother and sister was sleeping together, so I guess, guess it don't matter to him either. He like, have you met my family? You know what I'm saying? So, okay, Danny, Ebony for the win. Okay. Varys the other one they need to worry about because Varys is smart as hell too. Very smart. But he always has been. Like, that's never been a secret. But the problem with him is he only concerns himself with, well, no, I think he's better about it now, but he's always been about self-preservation. John thought about, you think that's why John pulled back? I guess that maybe I don't know. I don't know. I guess so. Because I was just like, why ain't nobody acting like that being your aunt is nasty? Why ain't nobody acting like that's a problem? But you're right. John did sort of pull back a little bit. He did. All right, I take back what I said. He did pull back a little bit. But I feel like that should be the focal point, not the Iron Throne. I think to me, more importantly, it should be ill. I've been sleeping with my aunt. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Danny. All right, fine. He ain't messed with her since then. Okay, so I guess he does care. Okay, fine. Vars was honest and told him, I'm going to tell you to your face that's me. Yeah, I mean, but he's always been that person. Like, he don't care. He's going to always tell you the truth regardless of how it might affect you in the long term. The problem is he's very strategic in when he shares, but when he shares, he's always honest. He's just usually very strategic in when he shares that honesty. But he told her that was a mistake, and it is a mistake. It is absolutely a mistake. First of all, their first mistake, I think they should have listened to Sansa. And I know for the purposes of the show, they had to keep it moving. But for real, they really should have waited a few weeks. Like, for real. Like, people are grieving, people are hurt, people are sick, people, you know what I mean? Like, give people a minute. Give them a minute. You know what I'm saying? One night of getting drunk don't make all that stuff go away. Speaking of one night of getting drunk, we ain't going to talk about Jamie and my girl. We ain't going to talk about that. We ain't going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how Jamie went and took that girl virginity and then left her hanging. We ain't going to talk about that. Had her standing outside in a house coat crying. We ain't going to talk about that. Ebony said, nah. Ebony said, nah, we're not going to talk about that. Y'all, that was so cute. I thought that was sweet. We don't acknowledge that bullshit. Hey, Patricia, what's up, boo? No, oh no, he'd have tore her up. He's a wildling. No, he'd have tore her up. No. And his little feelings was so hurt until the hoe came up and was like, I'm not scared of the wildling. Brienne thought she was special, bless her heart. I think she is special, though. I do. When Jamie was good until he heard about what happened. Jamie was chilling. I think she is. I think Jamie does like her. I think it's built up over time. I think he resisted because she's not traditional. You know, her beauty isn't traditional and all of that. But I do. I think Jamie, on top of just being tired of sleeping with your sister, I think he's tired of her shit. You know what I mean? I think he really is over Cersei. And like he said, I killed people for this woman. I pushed a little boy out of a window for this woman. Like, I am a crazy motherfucker. But I do think he likes her. But I think that in his warped mind, he the only one that can beat Cersei. Or that he has to be there in order to beat Cersei. Like, I believe he likes her. I do. Brian, you a good man. No, but see, that I think she does see that in him, though, because he doesn't think he's a good man. And I think she's trying to tell him, you're a good man. Y'all so cynical. Y'all so cynical. I don't think I really don't. I don't think his heart is with his sister anymore. I really think he hate her ass. But I think that he feels like he's the only one that can beat her. I think he feels like he has to be at King's Landing to help defeat. I just feel like he got to be there. The people y'all need to be worried about is the fucking Hound and Arya. That's who y'all need to be worried about. All the rest of that, Arya and the Hound, because the Hound talking about he got some unfinished business. The Hound gonna take out the mountain. He gonna go get his brother. And Arya gonna get Cersei. Real Housewives made us. Ooh. Do we want to talk about them Real Housewives? He loves her, but he knows he needs to end the cycle of crazy. Yes, he does need to end the cycle of crazy. And I think that's why he went. I think he feels like I'm the only one that can do it. You know, it's that narcissist that I'm the only one that can fix it. You know what I mean? He does. He really feels that way. And there's a part of him that's right. A part of him is right. Do I think he can stop Cersei from doing anything? Clearly not. But there's a part of him that has an avenue to Cersei that nobody else has. There is a part of him. Do I think at this point he has any clout and he can stop Seriously? No, not at all. But he never could. He just thought he could. She did a good job of making him think that they were doing stuff together when it was really her all along. But she don't even care about the pretense anymore. She's like, I've gotten all I'm going to get out of you. There's nothing more you can do for me. And, Seriously don't give a damn about nobody but Seriously. Oh, Maggie the Frog theory with Jamie. You said that last week. Tell me again. I don't remember what you said. Because, see, you remember all these names and shit. I don't remember all these people. You know what, Ebony? That is a really, really good theory. Because I'm going to tell you what. Daenerys is nothing. Oh, the little brother will kill her. Daenerys is nothing without them damn dragons. And she down to one. Because think about it. Had she not had those dragons, no, she wouldn't be shit. You know what I mean? She would have never become anything that she is without those dragons. And now she's down to one. So when she no longer has any of that, nobody's really going. And that's why she's so afraid of Jon. Because she knows that. She knows that she doesn't really have any. She knows that she doesn't really have anything. You know what I mean? She knows it. She knows it. Yep. Oh, Arya's definitely going for Dany. Arya don't care about no throne. Arya don't care about who's in charge of what. She really doesn't. She just wants to finish her list. And then I guess she'll figure out the rest after she's done with her list. But until she finishes her list, honey. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. But look, before I forget, y'all, it is Teacher Appreciation Week. And I'm real serious when I say this to y'all. If you have children, if you have friends that are educators, please hook them up with something. Get them a little $5 gift card to Starbucks, whatever. Okay. Just call them and say thank you for what you do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you ain't got to buy them nothing. You ain't got to get them nothing. Just thank you for what you do. It's hard work. And today is Nurse Appreciation Day, or is it their week as well? I'm not sure. So if you know a nurse, reach out to them as well. When Dany looked around and she was sitting alone, she realized she was serious. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you saw who peeped it, right? Varys, whatever his man's name is. He peeped that. And he sees what's up. And at the end of the day, that was that foreshadowing. That's that foreshadowing. Nobody fucking with you, Dany. They don't love you. And she said that they don't love me like they love him. You're right. They don't. They don't. Yeah. So y'all reach out to some educators that y'all know. Because trust me, especially this time of year, y'all. Ooh, especially this time of year. It's rough. It's rough this time of year. Because I ain't lying. Every day I get up and go to work, I'll be like, is it June yet? Because it's after spring break. At this point, the kids done either passed or failed. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. I was going to ask y'all, were y'all hot? Y'all ain't in my house. But it's hot. I'm about to turn the ceiling fan on or something. It's hot in here. Mendigar was cold. Tripping. He sees the crazy Dany keep trying to win by manipulation and not true actions. Oh, you still at work, Ebony? Girl, I'm sorry. I feel for you, though. Private Summers. And you know what? I don't even have them. That's what's funny. I don't even have hot flashes. Well, let me clear that up. I didn't think I had hot flashes. Maybe that's what I'm having. I don't know. Maybe I am having hot flashes. Shit, I don't know. Excuse me. All right, real quick, y'all, because I gotta jump off here in a few minutes so I can get ready to do Love and Hip Hop. But a couple of other things is out to be a teacher appreciation, and like I said, I don't be on these YouTube streets begging. I don't do that. But if you want to hook a sister up for Teacher Appreciation Week, I'll appreciate that. But I don't be on y'all. Know I ain't that person. I don't be out here asking for money. But it is Teacher Appreciation Week. I'll take it. Couple other things we'll touch on before we leave. I want to just bring up the Remy Ma Brittany Taylor. Pat, are you still in the room? Pat, Patricia, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call your government. Pat, you still in, Patricia, you got that in your name. Patricia, if you're still in the room, hit me with a thumbs up or something. Because I know that you will have an opinion about this. So the Remy Ma Brittany Taylor situation. Now, first of all, I love me some Remy Ma. I love who she is. I love her story. I've always loved Remy Ma, even before she went to jail the first time. And my feelings were really hurt about how that whole thing went down. I really felt bad for her and her family. I mean, it is what it is. You out here beating people up. Shit happens. But with that being said, this whole Brittany Taylor situation where Brittany said that Remy Ma punched her in the eye, it's a couple of layers to this. Well, first of all, Remy Ma says that she could prove that it didn't happen. That at the time of the alleged assault, she was back at home, and that she can prove that she was back at home. Second of all, she said that in this day and age of everything being on camera, everything being videotaped, everything being documented through social media or what have you, the fact that there is no record of it happening. Not even them yelling back and forth, nothing, no skirmish, no nothing. It also leads me to think that maybe what Brittany's saying is some bullshit. Now, the flip side of that is, if it is true, Brittany, why you snitching now? Like, why you snitching? You bought that life. You so about it. You so this, you so that. Why you snitching? And second of all, Brittany, if you did do it, I mean, if Remy Ma did do it, why are you handling it this way? But at the end of the day, I'm starting to feel like maybe because the judge let her go on her own recognizance. Now, that's a convicted felon. They didn't even keep her on no bail. That makes me think that maybe they really don't feel like there really is no case there. Yeah, that's how I feel too, Ebony. That was my roundabout way of getting there. But that's how I feel about it too. I feel like it's some clout chasing. I feel like it's some clout chasing. I really do, Ebony. And yes, I know I'm biased because I love Remy and I really like Remy, but I just don't get that. And in this day and age where things can be so easily proven, I just feel like she thought that because Remy Ma was a convicted felon and because I think Remy is still on probation, that it would just be automatic violation and she will automatically be put back in jail. But first of all, it's a misdemeanor that they're charging. Even if it happened, they're charging it as a misdemeanor, not as a felony. But the fact that they did let her go on her own recognizance makes me think that maybe it's not really nothing there. Y'all know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I feel the same way, Ebony. And like I said, Brittany, you was talking all that shit. You so bad about it. You so this, you so that. But you going on the internet talking about something. Look what Remy did to me. Look at what Remy Ma. Why, Remy? Why you had to punch me, Remy? Why, Remy? I just feel like, anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Pat must not be in here because if she was in here, she would have said something by now because I know she got an opinion. Let me see. It was that Joe Budden and Sin Santana supposedly broke up. You think it's some? See, I'm gonna say this. If it weren't Remy, I would say yes. 2 reasons why I don't think it's on some Mona shit. Now, let me say this. I don't think Remy Ma is a participating person in it. If it is on some Mona shit, it's between Brittany Taylor and Mona, and Brittany scheming to get back on the show. Because I don't think Remy will put her freedom in jeopardy for that bullshit. Just like Love and Hip Hop New York, when Tierra went after Scrap, you heard the producers were like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, there's one thing for it to be some play bullshit. It's something different when you start talking about putting people's freedom in jeopardy. I don't think that's Mona. I don't think that's Mona. I don't. I think it might be Brittany trying to get back on the show. I think it might be Brittany, but I don't think it's Mona, only because, like I said, I don't think she will be playing with people's freedom like that. And Remy definitely ain't gonna play with her freedom like that. So even if it is some Mona shit, it's Mona and Brittany. I don't think Remy's a part of it. I don't see her sacrificing her freedom for this bullshit. Like, she half-ass ain't even on the show. You know what I mean? Remy be making special appearances. Who the fuck keep calling me? Remy be making special appearances. She don't even halfway be on the damn show. But now I wouldn't put it past Brittany because you know Brittany was missing that little $20 check she was getting from Mona. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't on the show no more. Y'all, I am burning up. Do you hear me? Danny, maybe I am having my own personal summer. When I tell you I am sweating. Am I going through menopause? Ooh. My little feelings would be hurt if I was going through some menopause. All right, hold on, y'all. Don't make fun of me because I got on my pajama pants that don't match my shirt. But I gotta turn my ceiling fan on this thing. Woo! Honey, I got to turn that thing on. Woo! I can't do this. Woo! Okay. You know, you gotta excuse that the pants don't match the top. Don't nobody ever see the top, the bottom. They just see the top. You know what I'm saying? Then again, if I wasn't doing YouTube videos, I don't never match nowhere. I just put on what's clean. I'm in the house. I'm in my damn house. You know what I'm saying? If you go pass it over here, I'm done with this plumbing. Man. Danny, I don't remember when I got this shirt. I know I got it at some alumni weekend because it's kind of older, but it's held up. It's good quality because it is held up. I've had this shirt for a minute. I don't remember when I got it, but I've had it for a minute. What else? Oh, Joe Budden said that so the reports are that him and Sin Santana have broken up. Joe Budden said that they didn't break up, but she did move out of the house and he hasn't talked to her in a while. Well, what the fuck is his definition of breaking up with somebody? Especially since y'all got a kid together and y'all ain't talked in a while. How somebody move out your house, you don't talk to them, but your definition is that y'all didn't break up. I don't know who definition that is. Because by my definition, you broke up. By my definition, you broke up. But anyway, okay. But that's what Joe Budden said. Yeah, that sound broken up to me. I mean, if I'm living with my significant other and we supposed to be engaged, come on in, little baby. Look, I was late. I told you 6:00, girl. I ain't get on here till after 7. I already explained to them that, you know, part of it was I took a nap that went into overtime, and then my internet decided it wanted to act stupid. They had to resend the signal to the modem. Then I had to wait for it to reset. And because look, at first I thought they had cut I said, I know I paid the bill now. What's going on? But they had to every once in a while they got to resend that damn signal. You know how that go. And normally I'm not tripping because when they resend it, it just come up when it come up. But, you know, I'm waiting. And, of course, when you waiting, it take even longer when you waiting for something to happen. Is he calling at the time? Right, are they on a break? That mean she still got the ring? Yeah, she still got the ring. Oh, I'm keeping the ring if I'm keeping the baby. He said, if I'm keeping the baby, I'm keeping the ring. You know what? I don't know why men keep thinking I'm sorry. I don't know. My bad, y'all. Something just got my attention. I don't know why men keep thinking that they got something special that the rest of us don't have. You know what? I'm about to go old school on y'all right now. Does anybody in here look at General Hospital? About to go old school. Anybody in here look at General Hospital? Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I was looking at something on my screen. Look, I've been looking at General Hospital since I was a kid because my godmother used to look at General Hospital, and I used to stay with my godmother in the summers, and she looked at all channels. Well, in DC, it's Channel 7. She looked at all Channel 7. She looked at, I don't know if y'all even remember Ryan's Hope, Loving. It was Loving, Ryan's Hope, All My Children, One Life to Live in General Hospital. So off and on, because, you know, it wasn't DVRs and VCRs back then. So if I didn't see it, I missed it. But I knew the characters and stuff all the way through high school. When I got to college, I started taping. I had my VCR and I started taping One Life to Live, All My Children, One Life to Live in General Hospital. And you know how, back in the day, you would just recycle tapes. Honey, I used to use them daggone tapes so much. They were so warped out, honey. Then now on my DVR, I watch, because, all of them are gone now except for General Hospital. So General Hospital holding on for dear life, honey. So I still watch General Hospital. So it's playing in the background. So something had popped up on the screen that I was trying to see. That's why I asked y'all that. Yes, Ryan's Hope. Okay, remembering Ryan's Hope. Not since grandma was alive. I changed the channel from Young and the Restless to yes. And then my grandmother, because that was my godmother. My grandmother would look at the first half hour of Young and the Restless, because Young and the Restless came on from 12:30 to 1:30 or something like that. So she would look at the first half of Young and the Restless, and then she switched over to All My Children at 1:00. And then she look at 1:00. All the way through on channel 7. Yeah, well, General Hospital a few years ago when they did their 50th year celebration, or it was one of those milestone years, they brought back everybody. But the way I liked the way they did it was they didn't do it all at one time. Like throughout that year, different people kept coming back. But when I say they brought back everybody, they were still alive. They came back, even if they only came back for like a couple of weeks and just, was in town hanging out. They brought back, and then some of the people stayed. Like, Anna has always popped back and forth over the years, but Anna's Scorpio, the husband, y'all know what I'm talking about. Her husband, he stayed. He's still in and out, but he's around more than he was. Robert, thank you. Yeah, Robert. Mac and Felicia. Felicia's back. She's a regular again. Lucy's a regular again. Again, you don't see them every day. They don't have major storylines, but they're there. They're back in Port Charles. Scotty's back in Port Charles. Who else? Who else did they bring back? It was somebody else that was real old school. I think Frisco even came through for a minute during that year. Like, he didn't stay, but during that year, he made an appearance. Who else came through? A lot of people came through that year. And so when those people came through, I guess they were reintroducing those characters to the newer audience. And a lot of those people stayed. Oh, I never watched The Edge of Night, but I remember The Edge of Night. Now, let me tell y'all which show I used to love. Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara, I remember when it first started. And I remember watching Santa Barbara. It had Robin Wright on there. Y'all know Robin Wright. It had my man Cruz. His name on the show was Cruz, but his real name is A. Martinez. I thought that was a beautiful man. Oh, that was a beautiful man. But yes, that was my show, Santa Barbara. And Generations. Y'all remember Generations? It was like BET's soap opera. Bold and the Beautiful. I don't know. I like soap operas. They need to bring them back. They canceled all them. I was so mad when they canceled All My Children. I didn't know what to do with myself. That thing hurt my... One Life to Live. No, actually, I was more upset about One Life to Live than All My Children, because at the time, One Life to Live had the better storylines. When they canceled One Life to Live and All My Children, out of the two, I felt like One Life to Live had the better storylines. But I was upset about them canceling All My Children and One Life to Live. You know what I'm saying? And they really need to bring them back, because this bullshit that they put on that, like, I guess other people look at those shows because they still on TV. But like The Chew, who looks at The Chew? But clearly somebody does, because the show's still on. And then now Strayhorn and Michael Strayhorn and old girl got their own show, and that comes on before General Hospital now. At one point, a lot of people did move over to General Hospital, but they all gone now. The only person that they even really show anymore on a regular basis, not even on a regular basis, but the only person that's still in Port Charles is Nora comes through whenever somebody need a lawyer. Nora Buchanan. But they don't show none of them no more. Because at first they did. At first, a lot of them did go over to General Hospital, but they all gone now. They done left. They need to bring it back. That's what I feel like they need. Because for a while, they tried to put it on the digital channel. They tried to put One Life to Live in General Hospital on the digital. It was all online. And that was before, like, Netflix and stuff really took off. So it didn't really get the ratings. And so they canceled it because a lot of the audience didn't switch over. Because remember, the audience for One Life to Live and All My Children were like older people. They weren't going on the internet. And then they tried to make it young. They tried to make because they were trying to get that younger audience. But they're not doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not doing the young stuff. But I think now they would get a bigger online audience if they tried to do it that way. If they streamed it through Netflix or something like that, they would get the audience now. And now would really be nostalgia's sake. Bring me back some All My Children with some good Erica Kane, honey. Why leave that little bit in there? Yup. One Life to Live was the other one. Yes, One Life to Live. Hey, Dominique. Oh, I remember Capital. I never looked at Capital, but I remember the show. I remember Capital. One Life to Live. Yes, that was my shit. Vicky and Nikki. SoapNet and read the recaps. Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember Passions. I never looked at it, but I remember Passions. I remember it. Yeah, girl, Sonny's still here. Sonny and Carly, they still here. Jack's not here anymore. I mean, he pops in. Jax pops in when he feel like it, because he got a daughter, and him and Carly had a daughter, so he pop in every once in a while, usually around the holidays and stuff, or around summer, like summer break, Who's still on here? Old school. Monica's still on the show. Monica getting old though. Bobby's still on the show. Bobby getting old. They're auxiliary characters. Like, you just see them every once in a while. Like, you see them regularly, but they don't have any regular storylines. Like, don't even one of them have a man. You know what I mean? Like, they just on here with their kids. You know what? See, Danielle, that's why I need you in the room to keep me on track. I really didn't have an original question about General Hospital. It was playing in the background, and I was just going, if anybody watched General Hospital, I was going to talk about what it was that I was looking at. But it doesn't sound like anybody currently really watches General Hospital. But that's cool. I'm the only old lady in the room. I think, what else was I going to say? Passions was nuts. I never got into Passions. I just never did. And I feel like Passions was created for like a younger audience, but I just never jumped into it. Oh, you said you watch it. Well, I was looking at Sam, excuse me. Sam broke into the file cabinet at the cult, I'm talking about the cult. And she was looking at her file, and they have written on her file. That's what I was trying to read what they have written about her on the file. And they were basically saying that she was trustworthy. So she knows that they kind of believe in her story. So that's what I was trying to read what they were saying. But yeah, Robin Wright Robin Wright, before she married old boy and everything, she started off on, well, not started off, she had done other things, but her bigger role was Santa Barbara. I think it was for a younger audience because it had elements of a traditional soap, didn't have like witches. Yeah, Passions was okay. That was the one that had the witches and all that. Okay, I remember. I never watched it, but I remember. Yeah, I remember all of that. Y'all know what? Okay, so all right, that's daytime soaps. Nighttime soaps. What was y'all favorite nighttime soap? My favorite nighttime soap was Monica old as hell. My favorite nighttime soap was Falcon Crest. Angela Channing is my bitch. I still watch Falcon Crest now because I can get it on my Fire Stick. And I watch it. Also, it's on Netflix. You can not Netflix. You can buy it on what did I buy? On Amazon. You could buy, you could buy the seasons on Amazon. And I think I bought like the first 2 seasons just to rewatch them. And then I found it on my Fire Stick. So I look at it on my Fire Stick now. But yeah, Falcon Crest was my shit. That's my show right there. I never got into Melrose Place. Let me tell you something. I never got into Melrose Place. I remember the pilot episode because it was a spinoff of 90210 and Kelly was dating Jake. And I remember, so I watched like the first couple of episodes. It didn't hold my attention. It didn't. And then by the time they sort of revamped it and brought on Heather Locklear and all that, it had lost me because, I'm a couple of years younger than you, Danny. So, older than you. Ooh, I'm a couple of years older than you. So by the time they sort of revamped Melrose Place, I feel like I was already in college and I just didn't catch it. I didn't really regularly catch the last maybe 2 years of 90210. I saw it enough, and I caught enough of the episodes that I knew what was going on. But I didn't because again, I was in college then. You had to tape stuff because there wasn't no DVRs. Because I missed I didn't regularly see like the last couple of seasons of A Different World. I remember them because I remember watching the episode when Whitley was getting married. I remember watching that in the dorm, and we were all sitting around the TV watching that thing, honey. I remember that. But again, if you had something else to do or you were hanging out or whatever, it was easy to miss a show because, I wasn't tied to my TV in college. You know what I mean? So some of my stuff I miss. Yeah, Carly Az is still there. Carly's still holding on. Dallas, the original. Yeah, but you know what? I liked the revamp of Dallas. I didn't like the revamp of Dynasty. The revamp of Dynasty was some bullshit. But the revamp of Dallas, I was actually kind of feeling it. I was actually kind of feeling it for a while. And then the way they left it, I mean, he just blew up. That's it. He just blew up. That's it. I was mad about that. Now, I'll be honest with you. Brenda got on my nerves. So I feel like what they did to Brenda was fucked up. The way Kelly and, rest in peace, Luke Perry. The way they went behind Kelly back, Brenda back, that was fucked up. That was some real horror shit. And I don't know how they became friends again, because there ain't no way in hell we'd have been friends again. I know it's just a TV show, but I'm just saying. But I liked 90210 because after Brenda left, they brought in Tiffany Amber Thiessen. So, everybody on the show was such goody two-shoes until Tiffany came to town. Tiffany was smoking weed and sneaking out and sleeping with everybody and, not Dragon Ball Z. You know what? Not Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. I'm familiar with Sailor Moon. I don't watch it, but I'm familiar. I'm familiar with Dragon Ball Z too, but I don't watch it, girl. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Baby, please gets me every time, Ebony. When he hit that baby, please. Oh, it does something to me. Every time I see it. Let me tell y'all something. I don't watch Different World regularly, but every time I flip and a Different World episode is on, if they're anywhere close, like especially if it's a marathon, if they're anywhere close to that episode, I just watch until they get to that episode. When he hit that baby, please, honey, I'm with you. That thing get me every time. Every time. Sailor Moon. Yeah, I don't really know a lot about Sailor Moon. I've heard of it. Like I said, I've heard of it. I know what it is, but I've never really watched it. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've watched, what's my show? Oh, shoot. Now I can't think of it. I can see it. Oh, shoot. With the gems. Oh, shoot. Steven Universe. Steven Universe. I like Steven Universe. I like Steven Universe. Yeah, so. All right, y'all. So let's talk about some predictions and then we're going to wrap it up. Let's go back to Game of Thrones. Let's talk about some predictions real quick. Predictions, Game of Thrones predictions. I probably change it from week to week. I think Sansa going to be on the Iron Throne. Everybody else is just going to be, I think the Hound going to take out the Mountain. I think Arya, I don't know. We know Arya gonna be in the mix, but Ebony, what you said earlier, I'm liking what you said earlier that she gonna have the face on, and that's how she gonna get to Cersei because Cersei is so protected and so insulated. It's gonna have to be somebody that can get past her protections, and I'm with that. And trust, and also understand that the Hound and Arya, they got a long way to travel. That they can talk about a whole lot of things, and when they get to town, it might be a problem. Ain't no might be. It's going to be a problem. But I like that. I like that. Everybody going to die. Well, yeah. Right. And you know what's funny? I saw that fucking cup. I saw it, but it didn't register. You know what I'm saying? I saw the cup. It didn't register that it was a damn Starbucks cup, but I saw it sitting there. It just didn't register. That was funny. Yeah, the Starbucks cup. I'm gonna need, and I'm like, ain't nobody catch that. I feel like they left it in there on purpose. What they call it? Do they call it breadcrumbs? What do they call it when I know when they do it in video games, they call them breadcrumbs, but I think they left it in there on purpose. I just don't believe nobody caught it. I believe they left it in there on purpose. But yeah, everybody gonna die. I think the Starks are gonna live. I think the only people that's gonna survive are gonna be them Starks. I'm telling you. But I think Jon might die. Somewhere along the way, Jon gonna die. Because notice they're making Jon's character weaker and weaker every week. He's becoming, and what I mean by weaker, I don't mean people still love him and he's still a great warrior. I get that. But everybody assumed he was going to kill the Night King. When I say everybody, y'all know what I mean. But the fact that he didn't kill the Night King and it was Arya. And then like this week's episode, when y'all know who I'm talking about, old boy was talking about how weak Jon is and how he's not really strong enough to lead. I'm like, they're slowly bringing him down some notches. You feel what I'm saying? I think Jon could die. I could see Jon dying. I could see Jon down. Yeah, the Hound and Arya, they got some shit brewing. The Art of Creation. Hey, Art of Creation, welcome. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that's going to be some shiznitsisms when that happens. When Arya and the Hound get to town, I ain't mean to rhyme, but that's going to be some shit. I don't know who gonna kill Cersei, but I think because I don't think Jaime gonna kill Cersei, but I think Jaime gonna beat her ass. I think he gonna beat her ass, and I also think he gonna blow up the whole who the baby daddy is. Because remember, he knew she was pregnant before he left, didn't he? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought he knew she was pregnant. Yeah, Dany, the same thing. They've been knocking. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm saying at one point, I think everybody thought Dany would end up being on the throne. But now you notice they're knocking her down. They're knocking Jon down. And if you've been paying attention, Sansa has been doing this every week. Now, I agree. She got a little bit of Cersei in her. But I think she's got enough Stark in her that she won't become too Cersei. But I don't think Cersei is pregnant. But isn't she showing? Isn't she already? But that don't mean nothing either, I guess. It's Cersei. I don't know. Because I said the same thing. I thought she was faking too. I wouldn't be, let me say, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if she's faking. But I kind of don't think she's faking anymore. But I wouldn't be surprised if she were. Yeah, Dany says she's pregnant. She is not a leader. She hasn't had the training Jon nor Sansa had growing up in a proper household. Yeah, I just don't think, like I said, if you had asked me in the middle of the last season, my answer would have been, I think Dany gonna be on the throne. But now I'm like, nope, it's not gonna be her. And to be perfectly honest with you, she might die, but she damn sure ain't gonna be on the throne. I don't think she will. Let me say that. I don't think she's gonna be on the throne. Predictions. Because we only have 2 episodes left, right? Oh, little baby. He did love her, but she can't handle no wildling. Y'all remember how them wildlings used to do women? She couldn't do that. She couldn't handle that. They'd be done killed each other before they got back. That wouldn't have worked. It would have never worked. He did love her, but he loved her in a wildling way. Like, he don't know how to love nobody. He don't know how to love nobody. It wouldn't have worked. If you aren't going to catch the fact that Tyrion knew Cersei is pregnant. He kind of let it know. He kind of let the cat out the bag. I mean, if you paid attention to what he said, he ain't kind of let the cat out the bag. He came right out and said it. That's what I'm saying. He would have hurt her. And he wouldn't have meant to, but he don't know no better. He a wildling. He don't know no better. He loved her. Yeah, he did, but he don't know how to really love nobody. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, all right, y'all. Thanks for coming through. I'm going ahead and wrap this up so I can get myself together and get ready to sit here and watch this crazy ass Love and Hip Hop and see what they talking about tonight. And then I'm gonna be watching basketball the rest of the evening because it is NBA finals. Okay. That's another reason why I needed to take a nap, because I gotta stay up and watch them damn West Coast games, Danny. Let me tell you something. I know y'all got your own challenges on the West Coast when it comes to timing and all of that, but let me tell you something. These West Coast, especially during basketball season, football isn't so bad because even on the East Coast, a football game can last until midnight, like Monday Night Football or whatever. So I'm used to that. But during NBA final season, honey, these games, and then don't let the shit go into overtime. Like the other night, that damn game went to triple overtime. I didn't see it. Ain't no way in hell I'm going in that. Hell no. Yeah, the Warriors play tonight. So I'll be looking at that. And if it's going to overtime, it'll be because hell, it's already looking at me in the fourth quarter. Because usually by the fourth quarter, I'm laying in bed watching the game, and I very rarely see the ending. I have every intention of it, but I very rarely actually get to the end. So that's another reason why I had to take me a nap when I got home, so I could at least halfway stay up and watch the game tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna go on and watch Love and Hip Hop. I'm gonna drop the video, the review, and then I'll be watching basketball the rest of the night. Because I used to do T.I. and Tiny, but nobody was watching the review, so I stopped reviewing the show. You know what I mean? Like I would get like 50 reviews for T.I. and Tiny, so I stopped reviewing it. I'm like, shit, if ain't nobody gonna watch it, what I'm doing a review for? So people want to, anyway. All right. Yeah, girl. But it's all good. I'm gonna try to go live a little more often. It's just that I get home and I get to doing 500 other things. Yeah, and that's the thing. Nobody was watching it, little baby. And my feelings don't get hurt if people don't watch the reviews. I just don't watch the review. I just like, okay, I'll start reviewing the show. You know what I'm saying? If ain't nobody watching the review, that's cool. That means nobody really watched the show. I'm cool with that. My feelings don't get hurt. I just stop. So on Monday nights, that just give me one less thing to worry about, because on Monday nights, I don't have to worry about trying to do 2 or 3 shows. I can just do Love and Hip Hop New York, do the review, and I'm done for the night. You know what I'm saying? Rather than trying to do Love and Hip Hop New York, do the review, T.I. and Tiny, and do the review. So trust me, boo, it don't hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? But I like T.I. and Tiny. It's manufactured from the point of view of it's sort of like a Run's House. It's not going to give you the drama. And I think people first tuned in because of the T.I. and Tiny part of it. But when they kind of got back together and you weren't going to get a whole lot of the drama, now with Monica and her husband going through the divorce. But see, Monica ain't going to give you nothing. Monica's very private. She's not going to give you nothing. And if she wasn't going to give you nothing before, she damn sure ain't going to give you nothing now. She's not going to play out her divorce. So you're still not really going to get anything other than her saying she really needs her friends and family right now. Other than that, you're not going to get no dirt. You're not going to get no what's really going down. You know what I mean? She's not going to do that. So yeah, I mean, I like LaToya. I like them adding the friends into it because you get more of the dynamic. And with T.I., their kids are getting older. And I honestly think some of the kids don't want to do the show anymore. Like Major, if you notice, you hardly ever see Major. And I think Major doesn't really want to do the show because you very seldom see Major on the show. And then, Dasani and the other son is in college, and Dasani is damn near college. I mean, if he's not in college, he's like a, junior, senior in high school. I just don't think, when they were kids, they didn't really have a choice. Now that they're getting older, they sort of can say, hey, I don't really want to do it. And so I think they had to bring in some other people to try to off-play the whole family piece of it, because the family really isn't, the focal point anymore. And then when they were having their marital problems, that kind of kept the show going because people were tuning in to see what was going to happen. And all they did was just ignore each other. You know what I mean? They just filmed separately for it seemed like for 2 seasons. They just didn't really film together. And when they did film together, it was so damn awkward. You could tell that they weren't really speaking. Like, it was so awkward to see them do a scene together. So now that, they back on speaking terms and stuff, but the show is so, it's so manufactured that you know what I'm saying? Like it's not going, ain't gonna give you no love and hip hop jumping across no tables. Like it's not going to give you that. So it's that Run's House feel good show, you know, and all that good stuff, but it's whatever. Now I'm gonna tell you, their son is a brat. The what's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Not Major, but the other young one with the one that got his hair. He's a little brat. King, that's it. King is turned into a little brat. He ain't just annoying. He's a brat. He's a brat. He's a spoiled ass brat. You know, and I saw it last season, and because he said something when he was messing up in school, and he was doing shit that as an educator was irritating my soul. When he was talking about, he got in trouble because he was getting on FaceTime in class. Ooh, when my kids get on their phone, honey. And then when T.I. was talking to him about it, he talking about something, well, the teacher wasn't teaching nothing. Well, obviously I was bored. I was like, ooh. But T.I. was like, let me tell you something. And I believe T.I. mean that thing. T.I. said, look, I ain't gonna talk next time. And then last episode, I haven't seen it in like 2 weeks because now I watch it when I feel like watching it. I don't, you know, so I haven't seen like the last 2 episodes. And I know tonight's episode, they're going to be talking about Precious dying. And this is going to be all about, you know, her and, you know, her death and everything, her sudden death. But like 2 weeks ago, when he was going off talking about he don't want to go to school and he just want to be homeschooled. And I said, oh, he is a brat. And then he yelled at Tiny. And Tiny came back at him. I said, see, don't get it twisted. Tiny is still Tiny. Don't get it twisted. She still got a little hood in her. I think if that camera had been there, it might have been a little bit more going down than what we saw. But anyway. The double elimination on dub. I'm going to tell you, this week should have been a dub. Let me tell y'all something. This week's on Drew Paul now. All right, I'm going to say this until I'm gone, y'all. See, this is how y'all get me on here forever. This week on RuPaul's Drag Race, I agree with James. James Caldwell said it should have been a double elimination week, and I wouldn't have been mad about it. Now, I do think it's time for Sugar to go, but do I think she should have gone home this week? I don't. I think that she did really well. I think her runway, it wasn't the strongest runway, but at least it was a caftan, unlike Akira, who's wasn't even a caftan. And she did okay in her challenge. Like, her team knocked it out the box. She might have been the weakest person on her team, but she was better than she was better than everybody on the other team. As much as I like Vanjie, I feel like it was Vanjie's week. I really do. As much as I like Vanjie, I think it was Vanjie's week to go home, and I love Vanjie, you know, but I think it was her week to go. You said, oh, hell nah. Oh, Lord. Okay. Ebony, what you saying, oh, hell nah, about the double elimination? What you saying, oh, hell nah, about? I'm going to let you say what you got to say before I get off, because I want to know what you're saying. What's the oh, hell nah about? Come on, Ebony. What's the oh, hell nah about, Ebony? Don't leave me hanging now. Don't leave me hanging, Ebony. But that's who I think. I think I wouldn't have been mad at. I don't think Sugar should have gone home this week, but I wouldn't have been mad at the double elimination. Vanjie did the damn thing with the lip sync. Now, I will say that. And she did that lip sync. But I just think, I think she's at the end of the road. I don't think she can give us anything more. You know, she doesn't, when the judges are critiquing her and telling her, she doesn't know how to not be Vanjie. She doesn't know how to do any other character. She got one speed. You know what I mean? She doesn't know how to switch it up. She got one speed, and that's Vanjie. She doesn't know how to be anybody other than Vanjie. And I think when she goes back and looks at the episodes back, I think she'll see what they're saying. But in the moment, in real time, I don't think she can see, because she thinks she's switching it up, but she ain't switching nothing up. She's absolutely good TV. Oh, I know why they're keeping her. Don't get it. I know why she's still there. Absolutely, she's good TV. That's the same reason, you know, same thing with Silky. Silky is good TV, but Silky is not going to win. She's not going to win, but she's good TV, and they're going to keep her as long as they can keep her, but she's not going to win. At this point, the people who are left, I could see Brooklyn winning. Quiet as this cap, I can see Akira winning. Quiet as this cap. Nina probably won't win. Nina doesn't have enough confidence in herself. She second guesses herself too much. Unless she turns on some afterburners in the next couple of weeks, I think Nina will get herself eliminated over something real trivial. But I definitely can see Brooklyn winning. I could definitely see Akira winning. Vanjie won't win. Silky won't win. I could see it being Brooklyn, Akira, and Nina in the top 3. I could see Nina making it to the top 3. Oh, you know what? I forgot about Evie. Yeah, Evie's gonna make it. Evie's gonna make it to the end, but I don't know if Evie will win. Because again, Evie is making the mistake of not becoming a fan favorite as far as her personality. She has fans, don't get me wrong, but she's not gonna win Miss Congeniality. And I think, the thing about RuPaul, what people don't understand is she's not only is she creating a show, but remember how these people make money after the show is over. If people ain't gonna come see, if Evie can't headline a show, you feel what I'm saying? Evie, once again, Evie doesn't understand it's her delivery. A lot of times what Evie's saying isn't wrong. It's her delivery that's off. She don't know how to talk to people. Her delivery is off. Yeah, it's her delivery. She don't know what the fuck to say out her mouth. Or how to say it, I should say. But yeah, I be forgetting about Evie. I can see that. I can see now. I do think I'm agreeing with you, Ebony. I do think they setting us up for for a Brooklyn Vanjie lip sync. I see that. I definitely see that. Because it's about the ratings. It's about the drama. And you saw how Ru was stirring the pot this week. You saw how she was stirring the pot up this week. But anyway, I can see Akira winning. I can see Akira winning. And again, quiet as this kept. If y'all notice, Akira been real quiet. She's been, even when she wins, she wins quietly. Because remember last week when she won for the face Kini or whatever, she was outshined by the people who were at the bottom. Remember? And that was her second win, wasn't it? Or was that her first win? Anyway, y'all, let me go. I gotta get off this phone. I said get off this phone. Well, I guess it is like a phone. But I'm going to get off of here, y'all. But I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm going to try to do this more often. And I tried to put the announcement and announce that I was going live, but my thing kept, I don't know. YouTube was tripping on my phone earlier. Did y'all see? I ain't about to start a whole new conversation with y'all. But did y'all see? What? I'm sorry, y'all. One of my students just sent, former student. I don't talk to my current students. One of my former students just sent me a text. Anyway, damn it, I lost my train of thought just that quick. Oh, the Met Gala. I ain't about to start a whole new conversation, but when y'all get off this, Google Billy Porter Met Gala. That bitch. He know he be doing it. He know he be doing it. He know he be doing it. Anyway, y'all, I'm off. I'm out. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for hanging out with a sister for a little while. And I will talk to y'all next time. Peace. Danny said, girl, you must have sold already. Billy Porter? Yes, he did. That bitch. Billy Porter be doing it. All right, I'm out for real. Bye.